Why is homosexuality against God's order? 7. Beloved, we must not close our eyes to the truth. As anal intercourse becomes more common, especially among the younger generation, the risks are being dangerously underestimated. Women in particular suffer deep physical and emotional pain, incontinence, bleeding, sexually transmitted infections. These are not rare complications, but natural consequences of using the body contrary to its design. 2 British surgeons, writing in the British Medical Journal and reported by The Guardian, warned that many women experience fecal incontinence and anal sphincter damage after anal intercourse. They note that women are more vulnerable than men because of hormonal differences, the effects of pregnancy on the pelvic floor, and weaker anal sphincter pressure. They caution especially when women report pain and bleeding after such acts, these are often signs of trauma. And when the act is forced, the trauma is far worse. They add that anal intercourse is especially dangerous because it is often linked with alcohol or drug use, lowering judgment and magnifying harm. What was once taboo has now been normalized through popular culture, from shows like Sex and the City to Fleabag. Yet the rising popularity has not been matched by honest warnings of its dangers. These surgeons fear that a generation of women is walking blindly into reckless harm. The conclusion is clear, from both structural and physiological perspectives, the anus and rectum were never designed for sexual union. When they are misused, the risks are far higher than in natural intercourse. Infections, tiny mucosal tears open the door to HIV, HPV, herpes, gonorrhea, syphilis, and more. Local injuries, abscesses, fistulas, fissures, hemorrhoid ruptures, and tears leading to pain and bleeding. Long-term consequences, chronic fistulas and loss of bowel control. These are not matters of opinion, they are biological facts. And they point to a deeper spiritual truth. For this reason God gave them up to dishonorable passions, and the men likewise gave up natural relations with women and were consumed with passion for one another, receiving in themselves the due penalty for their error. Romans 1 verses 26-27, the body is God's creation, and it bears His signature. When His order is respected, there is life. When His order is rejected, there is pain, shame, and brokenness. Let us remember the words of the psalmist, I praise you, for I am fearfully and wonderfully made. Wonderful are your works, my soul knows it very well. Psalm 139 verse 14. Beloved, let us choose life. Let us honor God's design, for in His boundaries there is blessing, and outside His boundaries there is ruin.